Hey, welcome to a brand new video. This time we're going to play Crusader Kings 2, but a very specific mod, which is a Game of Thrones mod. Now, that said, the idea behind this video is to play in a very specific timeline, which is the Robert's Rebellion, this one here. We're going to click on it. Now, for people that maybe have just watched the series and haven't read the books, although, to be honest, the Game of Thrones series does explain a bit of this period. What happened was that after a long time after what is currently happening in the brand new series in this world, House of Dragon, and before the start of the Game of Thrones series, a rebellion happens, which is led by Robert Baratheon, with Ned Stark and a bunch of other lords against the Targaryen ruling family, which was ruling at that time the Iron Throne. And they actually win, and the Targaryens lose their control on the Iron Throne, and they are believed to have been extinct. Of course, during the TV series, we learn that that's not the case, and in the books, of course. But I wanted to play this during this time here in Crusader Kings with the Dane family, or the House of Dane, if you want to call it. Now, the House of Dane, during this time, had a very famous knight, which was part of the King's Guard, which were the, let's call it, the bodyguards, the royal bodyguards of the time. And he was very famous because he was a very, very wonderful warrior, very chivalrous. And the idea here is for us to play with the House of Dane, with the head of the family, which is not Arthur Dane, the knight that I was talking about. And we are going to try to be the caretakers of the Targaryen family. What I want to try to do is make sure that the Targaryens are the ones that win the rebellion, instead of what actually happens in the books and in the TV series. And always try to see if we can protect the Targaryen family. So a lot of bad things actually happen during this rebellion to the Targaryen family. And we are going to try to see if we can block that. Now, the Dane family, although they are a famous family, they are not the most important one by far. And they are part of the Dorne, let's call it a kingdom. Since this is the Seven Kingdoms United, Dorne being one of them. Behind the king, Targaryen king. And as such, let's see if we can actually stop what is going to happen if the history is followed. Now, for that, we will need to start with the custom game setup, because we are not going to pick one of those main characters that were there to pick. We are going to pick House of Dawn here in Starfall. It actually should be here on Island, but okay. And we have to click again, because if we click just on Dorne, we are going to play as the Prince, the Lord Paramount of Dorne, which is a Martell. As you can see here, Mr. Dorne of Dorne. And we actually have to click again, and gonna play as Lord Beric of the family of Dane here, as you can see, House Dane. We, like I said, we here are playing as, I believe, when these blue things, blue ribbons here, we are what, duchy? And as such, we are playing as a duke, or something close to a duke here. I think they call it high lordship. And that's what we're going to do. Remember, this is during the Robert's Rebellion, so we have to take a side, and I'll show you how. So let's click play. So there's a bunch of things here that we can actually choose. One of the things we can do is remove spoilers from Dance of the Dragons. Which actually already happened at this time, so it doesn't really make sense. There is something here that we can choose for people that have seen the series, Game of Thrones. So here, what we can choose is that Jon Snow is actually the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark. Both were alive during the Robert's Rebellion, and actually their supposed affair happened during this time. So we can say that indeed Jon Snow is born during this time, and he's the son of Rhaegar and Lyanna. We're gonna say on, why not? Even though this is still not fully written in the book, so we still don't know if this really happened. This is just one of the most famous theories by the fans, that Jon Snow is actually a Targaryen. And then you have a bunch of different options here, just to choose from. I'm putting them all in default. Yeah. So yeah, let's start. So, by the way, this series can actually end really fast if everything goes wrong and, for example, my character dies and I don't have an heir, which I actually need to check here. So my son is Ulrich, so it's my heir, which has 25 years old. That's fine. And here is Arthur Dane, sorry, which is the character I was telling you about. That was the most famous knight at the time. You can actually see here he's a formidable fighter, which is the most you can be in the game. He's a skilled commander, all warrior. He's part of the King's Guard, which is the bodyguards of the kings at the time. Well, in Game of Thrones or in the Ice and Fire world. I was thinking, yeah. So just another thing regarding the King's Guard, we can actually really play with him because Kingsguard, first, they don't have titles, and they actually have a vow of chastity or chastity. I don't know how to pronounce it actually. By the way, I'm not a native English speaker, so you probably already guessed by my accent, but yeah, just to let you know. Now, that said, we are playing as Lord Beric. Here, they're just explaining a bit about the Dornish feudal government, how it works, blah, blah, blah. But that's not what it matters. Let me put here on the political map mode so we can see we're part of Dorne from our lord, and there's a rebellion. Now, we, as Dorne, are fighting on the side of the Targaryen dynasty against Robert. Robert here is the Lord Paramount of the Stormlands, and you can see they are a bit divided because not all lords were in favor of the rebellion by Robert during this time. Our king, Aerys, is a bit mad. Does he say, yeah, a lunatic here too? As you might remember from Jaime Lannister in the Game of Thrones series, or he was explaining why is it that he killed the king, because Jaime Lannister at this time is also part of the King's Guard, same as Arthur Dane, and he actually wanted to burn the whole of King's Landing that is here in the map, as you can see. Actually, I also want to just say that the modders did an amazing job recreating the world, as you can see. They even went as far as adding a lot of different kingdoms and political systems that are not talked about in the series and in the books, or are very, very, very how can I say this, like they are only mentioned in descriptions, very short descriptions. And with that said, so we have to start actually playing the game. So let me just see what we can do. So ask for help managing the titles, because I do have 2 counties and I can only manage properly 1. So actually, I didn't know this, but Lord Beric is really bad. Jesus Christ, what is this? So he's an honorable man and he's a family person, so he's a good guy, but he's really, really bad. So we have to pick an ambition. So we'll be fighting, but he's not going to be the commander, so it really, well, it will matter because our marshal is really low, and we have to raise this so that we can have more soldiers, so we can recruit more soldiers. So we're gonna pick marshal, even though he's horrible. Is there any? So this is an ambition, and is there any ambition that helps us increase? So we have really low intrigue, so we can't help against plots against the Targaryens. Remember that our objective here is to protect the Targaryens. Fall in love? No, I don't think that's our priority. we might want to adopt a lifestyle, and maybe I can have one that gives me more martial points, or martial levels, or whatever you want to call it. Now, our heir isn't married. Can we marry, maybe? Oh, we can marry a Lannister. Interesting. Now, the thing with the Lannisters, if you don't know the history, the Lannister is actually fighting on our side, or, oh. So the thing, okay, so, oh yeah, maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. So they didn't initially pick a side, and then when everyone thought they were going to fight for the Targaryens, they actually chose the other side and they betrayed them, the Targaryens. So maybe, I don't know how we can influence the Lannisters, but maybe let's say that we want to marry Cersei. We can actually marry Cersei. That's interesting. Which is actually, you know what? This is actually a good idea, because in the books, Cersei is married in Robert's. It's one of the deals that they make for the Lannisters to, after betraying the Targaryens, you know, to create an alliance between them. So what I think is, because during this time Tywin, which is the head of the Lannisters, is the end of the king. So it will be interesting to take Cersei out of the equation by marrying my heir. So let's ask this. Hopefully they accept. What else can we do here? So we have unlanded sand. So I can give one of... So how many soldiers do I have? So I have 4,000. 4,000 is already a decent amount. Do I have good command? Well, actually, is my heir a good... Oh, my heir is an amazing commander. Interesting. Well, for now, I'm not going to give him anything. Any of the lands, even though it actually might be smarter. We're just going to have our lands, which are... So I have Starfall, of course. Starfall being our... the lands of our family, or the capital of our lands, whatever you want to call it. But we also have the Elbow, and High Hermitage is also part of the Dane family, but for Lady Anara. Okay, so we're gonna raise our soldiers. Let's put them all here. I need to see, how do I see? So is it laws? Minor titles, I think. You have to choose commander. So we have a really amazing commander, which is my son. Hopefully he doesn't die during the war. But all my other commanders suck. So maybe we should... So we have an Aegon. Interesting. Do I have any good commanders? So I don't have any good commanders. Maybe I can invite more good commanders. So we want a Masterful Warrior, right? What are our other options? Masterful Warrior for sure. It's a bit expensive. Am I winning money? Not that much, but okay. Aha! This guy sucks. So we just wasted money for no reason. God damn it. No, go away. Okay, so we're just gonna play with just one good general, because it's what we have. Actually, I should have kept the other one, because my two other commanders have an R9 and an 8. If you don't know how this game works, usually you want your commanders to be above 10 to be relatively decent, and above 20 to be really good. So we have an amazing general, but the other two guys that are in charge of our flanks suck. Is this guy my son? No, it's my nephew. Okay, so he needs an education. So all of you are going to be soldiers, because you want to have the sword of the family, Dawn. Now, the House of Dane is interesting in the sense that we also have a Valyrian steel sword, but as you can see, if my guy had a Valyrian sword, he would have here an icon. He doesn't. Who has is the one who has the sword is Arthur Dane, but he's a Kingsguard. And the idea here is that not everyone. So usually for Valyrian steel swords, the person that in this world, the person who receives it in most families is the heir. So the head of the family dies, and the one who receives it is the heir of the family. But for House of Dane, they actually give it to their best warrior. And sometimes, if they don't have a good warrior in their family, the House of Dane just sits there, collecting dust. Okay. So we should increase speed because this will take forever if we don't. And we're gonna start the war. My unwed daughter Shara has been indiscreet. She has been hiding her pregnancy from me and now presents me with her child. Okay, so this is actually quite interesting, and I'm very happy that this happened, and it shows how well the modders worked on this project. So Shara, which is my daughter in this case, she is known in the kingdom for being very beautiful, and as you can see here in the game, she's also attractive. And the rumors are that Edward Stark, actually had a thing with her. Now, this is only a rumor, so we don't really know who got her pregnant. But the rumors are that it was a Stark, and most likely it was Ned. Though some people think that it might have been his older brother, which is now dead, by the way. Our king killed him. I'm glad that they actually asked for this. So here I assume that she doesn't tell who was the father. We're just gonna say that he's part of our he's a bastard of the Dane. Need money. So we now have a grandson, which we don't know who is the. Actually, hold on, let me see something. Does they tell you who is their parent? Okay, they don't tell you who the parent is. So, in the one of the rumors, as you know, Game of Thrones, the book series hasn't ended, so we don't know how the story is going to end. The end that you saw on the TV series, it was actually something that is not still written, and this there I've called it Oliver Sand, but this kid there from Ashara can actually be Jon Snow. It's one of the possibilities. We don't know what really happened here. They say, according to the rumors and to the story, that this kid died, and what happened was Jon Snow is the son of Rhaegar and Lyanna. Rhaegar, Targaryen, and Lyanna Stark. But the thing is, this kid here could perfectly be Jon Snow. So again, just a thing that is interesting during this time period, that we really don't know what really happened here regarding Jon Snow and regarding the son of Ashara and all that. So let's start with the war. Let's go to the Tyrells instead of our lords, because we are losing here men unnecessarily. Maybe our 4,000 men can make a difference. Okay, he's running. So we conquered this part there. It's not bad. Where are the Tyrells? So we have... Oh, they're here and they're losing a war. And they're going to lose this battle. Fuck. Okay, this is a problem. This is a problem. We really won't make much of a difference. So might as well just, try to take care of one or two small counties. These ones are actually quite big. Okay, this one we can keep. Can try to take. Okay, guys, this is really bad. We are losing the war horribly. Maybe we should have picked a stronger family to do this, now that I think of it. So yeah, we lost a lot of counties. Okay, so this is bad. Our king just died, which is... What happened here? He was murdered at the orders of Lord Merrick. Huh. Interesting. So it's not as in the... So we already changed history, even though we didn't have anything to do with that change. Our king died and was murdered, but it was murdered by another guy. Then Jaime Lannister. So I just saw the armies of the Martells getting destroyed there. Not good. So that means that all the armies got destroyed? Like... Okay, we have the remnants of the king's army here, and it's like 10,000 dudes. It's not enough. We need the Lannisters. What are the Lannisters doing? Oh, you know what? Let's try to fight directly Robert and maybe kill him in battle. That would be amazing, right? Oh, this guy's actually joined the rebellion. Come on. Not what I wanted. Oh, he's fighting. So, can we join? Okay, it wasn't fast enough. So we lost. And why is it so silent? Come on. Where's the music? Okay, that was probably a bug because I didn't have it muted. Someone died. Lord Paramount running out of sermons. How interesting. Okay, randomly is the one. That makes sense. Okay, so what happened to the Targaryens? That's the question. So we should be able to see who is arrested, right? So this is Stannis, I guess. He got Dragonstone. What happened to the Targaryens? Rhaegar Targaryen, he was beheaded. Oh, for fuck's sake, we failed, did we? We still have Viserys, right? But no. No. I don't accept this. Let's just start over as someone else in the Danes. Let's restart, and let's start with the High Towers. I know some of you might have a particular hate for the High Tower. Oh, actually, you know what? High Towers here too. For the High Towers, since the Dance of the... sorry, not the Dance of the Dragons. The House of the Dragons. Dance of the Dragons is the name of the period. House of the Dragon is the name of the series. TV series. So, Robert's Rebellion, custom game start. This time we're going to through it. This time we're going to protect the Targaryens. And we're going to be the High Towers. Oh, sorry, not Targaryens. The High Towers. Alright, so how much money do I have? Not that much, and I'm not winning that much either. So that's going to be a problem because I'm going to get broke real soon. Do I have any interesting ambition? Let's do lifestyles and maybe we have the other one. Oh, I'm a knight. But I'm an incompetent steward. Good. Hey, so let's raise our soldiers. I thought Harbor was under me, but apparently not. Interesting. That was probably... I should have read more about it. Actually, I committed an error because I should have risen after the Marshal was taken into account, because I did change my focus. But, oh, let's do this. We don't have time. Okay, so who is leading my armies? Currently, okay, it has to be my son, even though this guy is also good. Why is he not the commander too? When commander? All my sons are gonna go to war. If they die, they die. This guy is better than John Cup, so we're gonna put that one guy there too, and let's raise. Okay. So this is good. This is good. We have 7,000 men, so we have around 3,000 more than we had when we are the Danes. Think we should be able to make a bigger difference, or at least theoretically. Is there anything I can do to win money? Like, what can I do? Oh, take out the loan. Okay, so I can have a loan. Okay. So for how much money? 81%. Like it's 35% rates. 25%. Jesus Christ! Is this like micro loans? What is this? Okay, well we're gonna accept it. We don't have that much choice here in the matter. We are in a war. It's gonna be a problem if we don't pay, but that's let's do like our current politicians and just ignore it for now. No, stay with me. What are these guys doing? God damn it. Okay, so I probably should have been helping our army here, but the Martells are sieging that. I'm sieging this one. Last time that didn't really help, so I didn't learn anything from this. But to be fair, the Martells are helping against my peasant rebellion instead of helping the war. I guess thank you, even though we have a lot more things to be concerned about than some peasants. Hello? So let's see where he's going. Okay, so he's got... Maybe I can help him. Maybe I can reach him on time. Let's ignore this for now. Okay, so the idea is to reach this battle on time. I'm not really liking the fact that it's really fast. It's really fast and I'm really slow. Okay, no, I can't. And now I'm gonna fight this war without knowing one thing.
Hell was not a good idea at all.
Okay, so can I escape? We have tidings from Fountain, so this is where we are fighting. Where Armand and Sir Marin met us and they fought each other fiercely, but Armand prevailed in the end, forcing Sir Marin to yield. Who is Sir Marin? The Gates of the Moon. So is this guy? Oh, we actually got a prisoner. Nice. Well, we're still losing the battle, but nice. And again, I'm not really being helpful in this war. So again, we are failing in our mission. Long live the king, and again the king died. But this time he died in personal combat. So he died in a glorious way. So we can't really do much here. But maybe I can defeat these guys? 700 errands? Did I get the prisoner? No, I didn't. But we did destroy 700 men, which is way more than we did before. As the Danes. We only have 4,000. That's not good. Okay, we lost the war again. Fine. Okay. This is bad because I think Rhaegar got again executed. But we lost. So, again, we have to do it again. And I'm going to add the first episode here. So, one of my promises is that we are going to try again. This time as Tyrells. Just because it seems that AI is a bit brain dead here. The Dawn, for some reason, start sieging Blackhaven and remain there and don't help in any of the battles, and the Rich usually go to siege here when they should be helping here on the Crownland. So we're going to try to do that in the next episode, and hopefully we are victorious and we can have the Targaryens remain in power.